Alright, if we break down here, guys, I'm short for the same cash flow targets. I appreciate you for being here.
I'm sure right now. Target hit. This is what we call a magic hour.
Alright, I'm taking this.
Upside ahead, the momentum to the upside ahead, everything aligning, live pricing, score for data, right?
Right there.
Welcome, this is PackTV. Sit back, relax, and watch how we day trade with statistics.
PackTV, God-given, so I gotta make it happen, I'm on mission. Not like them, I'm different, that bag come with a pension. Talk about that business, like I'm hard all in the pain. Shining hard, don't need no chain. All this drip, it feel like rain. Everything on me, got it on my name. They don't got it like this, they don't talk it like this. I was built for this. That TV not like guns, take it away.
Stop me, it's me. If you're doing this for the women, you're losing. Do this shit for yourself. I do this shit for myself.
They rigged the race long before your first breath. Signed your name in the ledger, made a bet on your death. Puppet masters and neckties, count your hours like cash. Presidents pushing their pieces while you fade in the ash. Game theory kings in a smoke-filled room, writing out the rules to your ruin. The world ain't chaos, it's their game. Their game. You never learn a script they spin, cause they don't want you to ever win. Flip the fucking board, let it rain, let it rain. Burn it down, burn it down. Burn it down, burn it down. A lead over production, too many mouths at the throne. China rise in the rear view, old empires turn to bone. Same damn cycle, same sharp teeth in a grin. They sell you fate on a pay-per-view, call it virtue, call it sin. Game theory kings in a smoke-filled room, writing out the rules to your ruin. The world ain't chaos, it's their game. Their game. You never learn a script they spin, cause they don't want you to ever win. Flip the fucking board, let it rain, let it rain. fire, raised on a rerun lie, told to choose a side.
Welcome, this is PackTV.
Bowie in London, Bowie in London, Bowie in London, 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 London. Bowie in London, Bowie in London. It's time for London Open. We got London with Bowie, and PackTV. You already know what time it is. Get your asses in here. Let's go. Let's get it. Bowie in London, Bowie in London. Bowie in London, Bowie in London. Bowie in London, Bowie in London. Bowie in London. Bowie in London, Bowie in London. London with Bowie. PackTV.
Hello, hello, hello. Good morning. Took a little while, took a little staring at the screen, but there we are. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Trade done. By the time the intro ends, Bowie in London will be over. No, guys. Don't say that. All right. We had a price breakout, but we're coming back down now. So I took the long, obviously. You guys know how it works. Breakout to the upside above the London range. Nothing really crazy about that. Yes. All right, guys. Let's get into some simple stuff before we go crazy over the intro again. It's such a fun intro. I love it. It's a little bit long. I could maybe ask Austin to snip it down a little. Or I'll just skip like 2 minutes next time. We'll see. But yeah, so long position because we broke above the London opening range. Pretty simple, right? We're accepting higher right at the London Open. So my strategy, just like Austin's, isn't being an Einstein. It's just basically following momentum and applying stats behind the risk management. So we're accepting above London Open. That's why we take the long. Just like always. I also know we have an out-of-stat low of day. And currently, you could also call it an instat because it's an instat classic long false high of day. But if we go look at the highest of highest probable highs and lows for a day, it's still an out-of-stat high. I missed the intro. Can you go again? No, I'm sorry. I would for you, though. I would totally for you. Oh, I forgot to set my TP. I just realized. Hang on. Um, 0.07 because we have super high volume this morning. I'm in with 9 contracts, by the way, guys. because we're a little high on volume. Some of you guys can probably tell. And that means I'm going to have to close 6 contracts on this. At 0.07. Okay. So today could be a pretty straightforward day. Why? First of all, right, in terms of daily highs and lows, we know we're pretty much out of stat. Right now, we're accepting above London Open, which is a first sign of bullishness. We have quite a few statistics above us as well, a few below us. But I'm going to ask you guys right away, what is most likely the main statistic that makes me very happy to go long here? It's just a statistic I mainly use, but I want to see if you guys know what I'm looking at here. I know there's not really many people in the pack or whatever are using this, but it's mainly for London anyway. With 9, you're definitely over 350. You would say that, but no. I have my stop pulled up a little, so it's not completely on the low of the range. It's right, just slightly over 350, but I kind of have to with the high volume. Just to show you on TradingView. Bowie in London, Bowie in London. It's right here. 371. Well, I'm saying that, but my entry is slightly lower because the next candle, as you can see, started lower. I think I got 2 ticks better of entry, so my stop is actually right down here, which is pretty much at 75% of the range. So just below midnight open is where my stop is. If that makes sense. But yeah, transfer. Yep, that's what I'm looking at today. I love days like this where we have a clean Asia opening range. We get an early break above the London range, and they're just trading, or we're just trading towards that Asian open range. So naturally, my runner is going to be to that Asia transfer, as that is a very high probability area for today. No high science behind it. So that's where my runner will be. So if you get a better entry, you can effectively have a bigger first TP. You can, yeah. Now, I don't go for better entries. Usually, I'll actually have slightly worse entries if I do a market execution. But when they happen, it's just a little bonus, right? Market opened lower, as you can see. And then I think instantly went down like 2 ticks, and that's when I got filled. Like, there's nothing I can do about it. But I'll just take that small little advantage that the market gave me today. That small little better entry. But my TP is still at the same spot. Because I'm shooting for statistical TPs. If it doesn't hit, it doesn't hit. So be it. TP is still at the exact same spot as yours. Looks like we're having a failure to kind of go higher at the moment. But we're in Q2 now. Q2 of the hour. Let's see if we take that high. I knew the intro was still coming, by the way. I saw Kawa saying that was not the Bowie song. I knew it was still coming. I might start the stream slightly early. Well, I'll have to take a look. Either I start the intro slightly earlier next time, or I just cut off a little portion. We'll see. But yeah, trading-wise, okay, right? Above London Open. So right now the plan is pretty simple. We're above the London range, we're in a long, targeting 0.07%, targeting transfer as a final TP, with potentially a runner going to higher levels of maybe one contract, but depends on how we move today. In terms of high of day, low of day, we don't really have any instead. So I can sit here saying, oh, we don't get any instead or out of stat, we don't know where we go. True. But if we're accepting above the London Open, right, we're objectively bullish at that point. Just the Bowie song as the intro and go. Could also be done. I think the PackTV intro has to be there. It's like the intro. All right, let's go take a look at some statistics or probabilities here. So let me quickly fill everything up. I fucked it up already. Good morning. I stayed up way too late last night listening to a Twitter space. It's like, yeah, I'm heading to bed early. Nope, you're not. All right, Asia broke, a 90% chance of hitting. So we have a 90% chance we're going to be retracing back towards the Asian OU today. Peak times are London. London holds the mode. That would be an insane move, but hey, I mean, Asia moved like that too, so why don't we? Right. So yeah, nice probability on that. Keep in mind, transfer 83% as always. So 83% chance of hitting this extreme of this gray box. Then we have a 90% up here. Let's go take a look at the P12 mid. Oh, also a very good probability. 97% chance we hit the P12 mid today. With the mode being late New York. So we have a few different probabilities scattered. Asian OU holds the mode in London. Transfer Extreme holds the mode during London. P12 mid holds the mode during New York. But honestly, if these two are London based, that mid is right in between. So that's going to be hit if we hit the P12 transfer anyway. So that's nice. Haha, I fell asleep. I will say there were bits where I was starting to fall asleep too. Equilibrium, yes. Definitely. All right. Volume-wise, I don't think I had to show this to anyone. I'm pretty sure. We're super high volume today. So my volume indicator is of no use for this morning, which I like. If I don't have to use it, nice. Means we can expect some good movement usually. All right, 0.05% has been hit, which is the highest of highest statistical probabilities coming out of the London hours, London opening ranges. But 0.07% is the high probable MFE for the 3 to 4 a.m. hour. And the higher the volume, the better of a target that becomes. Oh, shoot. Why is that not working? So 0.07 it is. I'm actually... No, wait. Am I saying that correctly? I don't know if I am. Don't think so. No, never mind. Never mind. All right, Q2 took the Q1 high, locking in this Q1 low at the moment. So statistically, we're looking at a potential bullish hour, going hand in hand with the acceptance above the London Open, trading towards the Asia transfer. So liking our position currently. Let's go take a look at what we have been distributing volume-wise during Asia. I've been collecting some data and statistics about 3 hour, shoot, I can't see. Restream. Get out of my face. There we go. See, I'm messing it up already. This is because I went to bed way too late. I blame the Twitter space. Oh, I think we just hit partial TP. Give me 1 second, all. Well, I should be filled. If Top Step didn't fill this one, I'm gonna start screaming. No, we're filled. Nice. Was going to say, if this doesn't fill, my gosh. All right, nice partial TP met. Going to drag my stop in a little bit towards the... actually, it's already at the 75%, right? So never mind. Yeah, never mind. No dragging that. That's in a good spot. That's in a acceptable spot. Yes, good start to the morning, definitely. 0.07 snipe so far. All right, so volume profile wise, we've been distributing down fairly nicely. These are 3 hour volume profiles that you're seeing here. So every 3 hours, a new one opens. And the idea is, just like 3 hour lines and apexes and quarters, you get to see more about how the market moved during this period and that period, and how it interacted previously, instead of one big volume profile. Now I'm also working on combinations for these profiles, just like you do with opening ranges. So stay tuned to give us a little bit more easy to plot on high probability areas. But what we can see just based on, so if I turn higher time frame, lower time frame boxes off real quick, if we look at these profiles, we can clearly see that in the last 3 hours, we've actually broken out of fair pricing and held, and then distributed away hard. And this is a very, 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 very good sign for total control of buyers at the moment, which is another reason why I wanted this long. So it's not of much significance as we speak. I can tell you guys also the way this combination works here. Like I said, I've been gathering statistics on this. You have 3 volume profile ranges before your London Open. And then now, as we're speaking, a new one is forming, right? For the 3 to 6 hour. This one is forming. But I can tell you very easily already, just looking at this, this was a expected reversal this morning. Doesn't mean we reverse all the way up. I'm still gathering the statistics on the high probable levels. such as first hour's point of control, for example, stuff like that. But when we have 3 volume profiles going down back to back to back like this, and the third one's point of control fails to distribute outside of the second's value area, this right here. So this value area, you can see the point of control is here. That is the first sign of weakness and a potential London reversal coming in. And it's actually happening in front of our eyes this morning, even though it started a bit earlier. We started trending up. So all in all, except for the daily low, we are looking at a very nice day here, with hopefully just one big trailing trade, and that's it. But I'll share more on this once I finish the statistics behind it. Reasoning for it is to give people a super simple overview of different levels to trail your trade with, right? So, for example, wait, let me just press this back. For example, if we do today, right, if this point of control is within this range and we break above, what is the probability of returning to the first hour value area low, point of control, value area high, or the second hour point of control, value area high, value area low, for example? So a fun little statistic that no one else has really done in the pack, I think. But yeah, that's one of my projects at the moment. Is it really for trade entries and stuff? No, it's just for trailing. It's just for managing risk. It's not going to be for a trade setup. But the reasoning behind it is mainly because sometimes, especially when Asia is very choppy, you'll see a lot of the statistics that we use all cluttered up in this one spot. I don't want to, right? Let's say we had an opening range down here. I don't want to have to long and wait for a long as time to have closed recent probabilities to target. Whereas if I have those volume profiles on the left with those probabilities, I'll have usually pretty evenly distributed probabilities with those points of control and value area highs and lows. And keep in mind, all that those levels are is just extremes and high volume nodes, right? Some people, especially if you watch my videos going over volume profiles, point of controls act as magnets in the market. It's an area of fair price. It's an area where there's a lot of trading going on. And we usually see price coming back to value areas and point of controls. So having those as statistical based targets is very nice. You got TP at the transfer for 2 contracts? Pretty much, Kawa, yes. Nice spot. Yep. I have 2 contracts off at 920. And then I don't have a TP set at the Asian OU yet, but I will the moment we... I might, actually. So here's the thing, right? Either we're going to just trend up for this whole hour and actually hit the OU fairly... or not the OU, the transfer fairly quickly. Or we kind of struggle, we kind of stay here, we might go up a little more, and 4 a.m. opens. I will always, if 4 a.m. opens, have a TP at the 3 to 4 MFE. Because it's such a high probable target, and I've seen so many reversals happening from after hitting those MFEs. I don't want to risk my whole extension on a fixed level for today, right? if I get the super high probable level pop up on my screen between these two levels, I'll happily take some contracts off at that level. But right now, as we're still right here in the 3 a.m. hour, as we're still moving, my 2 contracts off is over here at the transfer, yes. So in terms of what I have now, Kawa, you're 100% spot on. All we need is a sneeze candle, guys. I love calling them sneeze candles. It's so fun. All we need is a bit of a sneeze candle. Heck yeah. Getting the hang on it slowly. Dude, you've made insane progress last week alone. I don't care what you say or what you think of yourself. Even if you feel like you haven't made enough money, just seeing the difference between 2 weeks ago and last week was insane. That was mental progress, Kawa. And you see what it did too. You see what it did too. Now again, could you argue? Yes. If I was on that level the week before, I would have made so much money and probably passed an eval by now. Yes, totally. Right? Not going to deny that. If you were on this level you are since last week and this week, but you were to a week earlier, you would have probably passed an eval already within 1.5, 2 weeks. Because that week was so good. But on the other hand, you've learned from that week because that was such a good week and you messed it up for yourself. But instead of doing what most people do and say, oh, well, screw this sucks, I'm going to do it differently, I'm going to trade a different strategy or a different approach, you said, well, that was on me. How do I fix it? You asked for advice. Advice was given. And right out of the gate next week, you start slinging. And you start trading it just like you should. Like, that is insane. Most people don't do that, so. You got to get hit first to learn, so happy it happened? Yes, dude. I'm happy for you, dude. How are you doing, Twists? Do we have Twist still here? How's this trade looking for you? Twist is also someone that I believe has to get used to the whole trailing thing, partial TPs. Just randomly calling out Twist, by the way. I do love you, Twist, if you're here. About to pass an EVA with London. Let's go. Do how high are you in the risk, though? My guy's passing it within a week. Who's this guy? I will be real. I should probably risk more on evals anyway too. But for some reason, I just like seeing my system provide the eval slowly, consistently. It feels more reward. I don't know. Might just be a me problem. Taking me 8 days. Yeah, nice. Only 1 red day, I think. No, Twist? Or 2, maybe. Might be 1 or 2. I think it depends on what you did last Friday or Thursday. Was it? No, Friday. Because Friday was a battlefield. Yeah. Thursday was red. most likely. And then twist comes on now at 0 red days. All right, well, we're shooting up. Again, like I said, 2 contracts off at the transfer, guys. I mean, if you have enough fundeds to trade, absolutely fine to pass them slow in the background with just copy trading. I don't have a lot of fundeds. I don't have a super big balance of funded accounts and evals, guys. Right, I'm not here trading to make as much money as possible. I'm trading because I make money trading. That's it. I don't have to be rich. I don't want to have too much stress. Again, some people might know, but I haven't had the easiest last few years. For me, it's important to be on stress management for my health, for my body, for my overall sanity. So yeah, I just like trading things a little slower. But yeah, if you're someone that likes to go slinging, get as much fundings as possible, then totally. Yeah, that's true, Kawa. I've just never really been the type of person to copy trade like 10 accounts at once. Doesn't feel right to me. Risking almost the whole portfolio in one trade. I see so many people across Twitter say, "Oh, I made 50,000 in payouts," but then you see they gambled away thousands of accounts and copy traded 20 at the same time with a degen trade just to get that one payout. So, yeah, I mean, if it works for them, it works for them. But I couldn't have that level of stress. I'd rather just chill with my accounts and do it slowly. All right, I'm pretty sure we've reached the high volume area of the second leg. Let's go quickly double check that. No, that was actually down here. Right, you can see we have reached a area of higher volume as we speak. So slowly coming up. Again, not letting emotions really do anything. Not letting a pullback close my trade. Guys, target was set. Like I said, shooting for the higher probable targets and just waiting for the 4 a.m. hour. So 2 contracts off here, and then I have 1 last contract running for whatever we do. Asian OU, maybe. It's a high probable target for today, so it wouldn't be a weird hold. Let's take a look. Did we have any volume increase at 3 a.m. open? Yes, clearly. Which I didn't expect, really, for the type of volatility we had today. Where's the freaking drawing thing? There. Let's see. This one like so. London opened. That's not where we went, Bowie. Good morning. I'm not really a painter, guys. Sorry. Oh, that was pretty good. Sort of. Yeah, still clear increase in volume right at the London Open, which is nice. Let's see, we're also London long. Totally forgot to say that. My bad. We're in the high probable time window of reversing. I'm going to keep that in mind and look for clues maybe. But my trade is still standing. We have high volume. We have a very high probable area above us. Let's see if the P12 mid probability shifted. 95%. Did that shift? Yeah, it went from a 97 to a 95. Okay, not a big shift. If we go look at Asian OU, 93% chance now of being broken. So that went up even more. So yeah, we're looking good here, guys. I totally forgot to put a little background music on. Let's put that on. Let's put that on. Please. Oh, sorry, guys, for that ear rape. That might have just ear raped every single one of you. Let's see. This will work. 167 times 2. 34. Nice. Great trading, Dale. Great freaking trading. Let's see. How are we building our volume after the open here? Yeah. Classic volume profile stair stepping, what we're doing. So, little quick volume profile lesson for you guys. This is a volume profile. Can I shift this? I can't. Right, if this is a volume profile, for example, you have a big area of volume, lower. Oh no, you have a lower area volume, and another like something like this. Oh, these are separate from each other. I don't know. So ideally, what you want to see when you're trending is you want to see price. Well, this is a really bad profile to showcase this, actually. Hold on. Hold on. Fuck me. Also, don't fuck me. That could be considered rape. All right, this is better. So I suck at this. I suck at. Okay, so pretty ugly volume profile, but you're just gonna have to deal with this, right? If this was our volume area right here, these lines, and you have your point of control in this node here. Not the best drawings, but stay with me. This right here, down here, is your area of volume. At that point, right? This is post price. If we broke out, held above the value area high, and started making this volume right here that you're seeing, because this doesn't appear out of thin air. we have to build it, and we do this. This is what I call volume stepping. Again, I don't know who came up with this. I don't know whether it's just me looking at this way. But when we make those volume nodes away from your area of value, and you kind of like an O5 box, break above it and hold above, and then you start doing the same thing again. That's what I call stair stepping or volume stepping. And it's basically the best thing to see when you're betting on a trendy market. Because what's happening is every little area where price is a little bit more indecisive, where price is a little bit more balanced, and you still continue up and hold above, that means that area of traders is now agreeing that we're just going to have to go higher. It's mostly buyers right there. So if you keep seeing this pattern where you're constantly stepping above it and holding, that's an indication of a very strong trendy market in your favor if you're obviously longing. That's what we're seeing here, right? This was in value. You can see these high volume areas that we made. We're currently, as we speak, doing one of those volume steps, potentially, if we hold above. It's a nice little fun way to check whether or not we're actually in a potential strong good trend, just by slapping a little volume indicator on. Right, if I go back and just bring out the whole day, you can see it happened right here on this short. Same thing. You'd have to update it, but right, hello. So right here we broke out of value. The control comes down, and now you see we start trending away. What do? We start stepping. Start doing those volume area steps, going lower and lower, constantly building it, breaking below, building it, breaking below, until eventually we start coming back and start accepting above. This is where the market lost that trendy momentum already. You can see for the day our value area low. At this point, you were getting the first signs of a reversal coming in. The price then started to step above the volume levels. Again, I'm not here to teach everyone a volume, but just giving you guys some free value for if you do use it still. We'll wait till 4 a.m. now. That falls high area, yes. Yeah, we've broken above the high probable reversal window, which makes me happy. We just have to go a little higher for our second target to be met. Right, what are we doing as we speak? It's not a super clean volume node. It's pretty evenly distributed, but higher bits of the volume is around here. We're kind of doing a step, right? This was that range. You break above, you retest, and now you're looking to go higher, just like stepping a stair. Now, what you'll sometimes see is sometimes that volume is not enough. Price sucks back in, builds more pressure, and then tries again. Does that matter for us? No. Again, we're in this trade. We're holding a runner. It doesn't matter whether we struggle a little more or just blast up instantly. As long as you get to that target, it doesn't matter how the market did it, does it? But pretty nice live example of how you can use a volume profile to kind of test market strength while being patient, because it's not showing you the future. Keep that in mind. Nothing does. But it is very nice to kind of help you see how strong is the market currently as we're speaking in this direction. Looks like magic how that works. It's just the way a market moves, really. We're watching a market in the end. Many people forget, right? Many people like to go crazy and say this, and that, but we're just watching a market. It's just buyers and sellers. And what a volume profile shows you is just where was acceptance, where was the market more stable. Because what do you get? If sellers and buyers agree on a certain price, right, just common sense, you're naturally going to see more transactions. More people are going to be reselling. More people are going to be buying from those resellers. Just like if there's people reselling iPhones, and all of a sudden they start lowering their price, and they see out of nowhere way more traction. What do you do if you're selling those iPhones and you're getting all those people buying your iPhones? You're going to get more because you want to sell, and that's how you get those volume spikes, because this is where people are buying and selling from each other. All right, we're almost at the transfer at the Asia Open. Open, Asia range low, not open. Again, 2 contracts off from me at that level. 1 tick away. Boom, order filled. All right. So now I only have 1 last contract running. Either way, super nice day. Whatever happens with this last contract, guys, beautiful. I'll take the volume profile off here. Otherwise, I won't be really seeing what's going on. What a great way to start the freaking day again. With these Mondays, these PackTV Mondays have been insane. There we go, passed. Good job, Twist. Heck yes. All right, guys, sorry, but I gotta go get a new coffee. It's like iced coffee now. I forgot to drink it. Don't like that. All right, just to before I head off, again, I want to keep it real. I'm not here to sell you guys anything for free people watching. I'm just here to live trade and show you guys what I do. It's not a bluff. There you go, live executions. As always. I don't think I have to show this to people. But with what's going around lately, why not? I'm not your favorite guru. All right, and we go higher. Wait a minute. How? Wait. Hang on. How is okay? So I don't know if I've seen this correctly, but it looks like my freaking last contract's entry is at a totally different spot. Maybe I'm just tripping. I don't know. I don't care either way. We have a great trade. We have a great trade. I'm here to sell you something. Join this fucking pack. I've never passed as many evals as I have since being in here. Let's go, Twist. What risk were you doing, Twist? Because I think you passed that fairly quickly. I think you had like double the size of me. Just slinging those contracts. If I had double the size, I would have passed another eval too. You're tripping on the top step. I might be. I don't know. All right, let's see. What level is the Asian? Oh, P12 mid is over at 92475. 92475. 475. Okay. Asian OU is 9390. That's a long hold, though. Jeez. Well, that's where my final TP is at the moment. 450, 500. Yeah. Yeah, that's more than me. Nice. Let's go, Twist. Beautiful. All right, guys, I'm gonna go get a coffee. We got 4 a.m. opening in a bit. I'm gonna just quickly get that coffee before we open up at 4 a.m. Boom, 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 boom. Went with 200 risk today and got a better entry. Dude, 200 only. So you only risked 200 on this trade and you made probably like what, 500-ish? Nice one. So that's his max risk he take. So he's risking 450 to about 500 bucks per trade on the trades instead of what I do 300 to 350. But for an eval, that is totally fine. For an eval, dude, that's so doable. 546, nice. You want to know something funny? I'm up over $400 too. And that's how stupid this trade is. Stupid nice trade, guys. And again, what did I say? Volume profile snare slapping, baby. Oh, misclick. All right, well, making money is very boring and exhausting, so I'm gonna go get a coffee. 4 a.m. opens up in a moment. Don't care. I'm in my last runner. Could give less fucks. Yeah, I'll be right back, guys. Small, tiny baby wiener coffee break. All right, there we are. Super sharp 4 a.m. reversal. Right after hitting the Asian opening range. Interesting now, isn't it? Again, stop is at break even for this last position, so oh, nice coffee. Yeah, this is a good hitting coffee. All right, let's see. Where are we in this current leg? Oh! Okay. Well, that's where we are. Trading View said, nope, don't like that volume profile. Ooh. Right at the point of control of the current 3-hour leg. Sucking back in value, hitting a point of control. Nice volume trade that would be, but again, not trading volume at the moment. Guys, at this point, I might just close the last runner here and be happy locking in a above average cash flow day. That way I can slightly cover some fees. Yep, closing the last runner here, guys. I just want to get myself out of the market here and pay myself up. This one contract wouldn't make any significant money, so just locking it out here and stopping myself from being exposed, locking in over $500 for the day. Actually, no, just about $500. Dale has gone short, probably. We're now in the middle of value. We're close to the break even. Decided to just close this for covering the fees that we pay for these trades. Not complaining now. Beautiful. All right, well, that's that done. Normally, you'll see me hold and be super strict on the last runner, but where the volume is so high today, guys, I made way more than I was expecting to already. We captured the top of the move so far. And again, cash flow is cash flow. So that's London done. No more trades for me. Money locked in above average day. So no need to go crazy and risk it all. Nice. Let me know how that goes, Twiz. I was dragged away from the screen last night. So yeah. Couldn't be there, but I did see you guys in the VC. We're just gonna watch price for a little longer, guys. And let's see what happens. Share ideas. Again, if you have anything you want me to look at or see, just let me know. But yeah, great trading today. You missed an epic plan setting. Shit. My bad. Alright, so let me snip this out real quick. Yep. Just to show you guys that I truly do as I say. Fully out of the position here. And then this is our final stand for the funded. There we go. All right. That was for any people doubting or wanting to potentially hate in the future. Now you can't. Because yes, we actually do everything as we say we do. I love seeing the emote button pop off. Funny little button. With send signals, yes. But you should just start a signal business. Just open one of those Telegram groups. I'm logging here. TP at point. TP2 at TP3 at stop loss at. Nice. Sounds like a good idea, Twists. Wait, didn't we? What did we make last Monday? Dude, I almost made the same amount of money last Monday. These Mondays have been insane. Current progress on this account, guys. So this is one of the latest funded that I have. Just going to show our statistics currently in the last 2 weeks-ish. There you go. Bear in mind, risking about 300 to 350 max. Dirty dog, yes. For Twist, this would almost be double with his risk. I hope. But yeah, again, I'm not showing it this to flex or whatever. Again, that's my last thing I want to do. It's just to show you guys how easy just being simple can be, right? I don't trade any crazy model. I'm not trying to catch longs or tops. I'm just taking a breakout every single morning, but I'm using statistical-based targets and statistical-based extensions to do the heavy lifting. Is my model anything crazy? No, it's literally an 05 breakout. Really, if you look at it. I'm just trading a London breakout. But the reason why I'm able to make money is because my risk management around it is nice. I'm using statistical-based targets, so I'm not just shooting for a fixed 1 to 2 or 2 to 1. It's just the same repeatable 0.07 or 0.05% with runners every single day. How many trades do you typically take today? 1 or 2, really. Yeah, 1 or 2. Keep in mind, Top Step will kind of mess with this. So if I've only taken one trade today, right? If I go to Top Step, for example, and pull up my daily card, so right, this is the week so far. It's Monday. You'll see. Oh, you'll see it says 4 trades. But that's because I closed a runner here, a runner here, and a runner here. So I had my entry, partial close, partial close, partial close. So is it actually 4 trades? No, it's just 4 different interactions with my contracts. So if we're looking at true trades where I go into the market and open a position, usually 1 or 2. Never really more than that. To show you examples, I'm happy to go back. Right, last Friday, for example, was an above average day where I had 1, 2, 3. No, I got fucked by Top Step on this one. So I actually had 1, 2, 3, 4 trades. And this put me in drawdown. This made a portion back. Missed that, but that would have made a portion back. This made a portion back. And then I had 1 runner ending me in super nice profit for the day. Doing the same exact thing I did today. Right, this was 2 trades, like I said, 1 loss and 1 winner. This was 1 trade, just like today. This was 1 trade. This was 2 trades. So you'll see usually it's either 1 or 2 trades. 1, 1. This was 1, 2, 3 because we got chopped up at the beginning. 1 again. 2. 1. It depends on the day, but it's, like I said, usually 1 or 2. If I get 1 extended runner and we're just going, I don't need to risk more. I don't need to try and catch a reversal. I caught the main portion of the move. I made my money. You lock it up. The only times I really re-enter, so this is a pretty clear and easy way to check if I'm entering again or not. I only enter again if I either get stopped out on the first position or I hit a partial TP and price then takes me out of my runner. Right, so let's say I hit a partial and I got stopped out. So these are the only scenarios where I get stopped out, basically. That's when I'll enter again. Because, again, if the market continues my direction that I'm expecting it to, I'm catching a long extended cash flow target, and I don't have to do anything again. Again, the market accepted my level. I was right, and it's making the money for me now. I'll lock it up after my statistical TPs get hit. But if we get stopped out and we break down, obviously I'll take another short because we failed to auction above, which is a probable indication we're going to be accepting lower. Sellers might be in control, and I'm actually getting that move to the downside. Same thing here. I made a small, usually if I hit a partial TP and a stop, I make a small TP. But the big portion of the London distribution, the move, is still in play. So happily take a short. Or sometimes you'll see we get wicked out and then instantly go up again. And I'll just take the same trade, expecting, again, the distribution to follow along, to continue higher. So do I take multiple trades? Yes, but if I get stopped out or if my runner gets stopped out. If you're still in with the last contract, guys, I would honestly just close it at the high probable MFE here. Call it a day. Super high probability target. There you go. That would be a hit. There you go. Just took a long and partial. Nice. Yeah, that's pretty much the morning done. Again, I closed the last contract down here. I was very satisfied with the TPs. We were looking like a potential falls, so I just scaled out. Price decided to rip up. I missed out on maybe what, $40 this is, $30. Don't care, right? But yeah, great day, guys. Beautiful. And this is a scenario that we just went over about, right? This is a scenario where price just goes my way. That's it. So one trade and done. No need for a second or third trade. Before we went live, how much backtesting did you do? A lot. Did I do in-depth backtesting every single day for the past 5 years? No. What did you do? I collected data in the past 3 to 5 years. So I did the last 3 years back to back, testing the breakouts, testing the average movement in my favor and against my favor. And then out of sample, going back a little further, taking a few months here and there to see, does that data still match up? Yes, that's what I did. Did I go back 5 years and test every single day in the backtest replay system, money for money? No. Because again, I only have to rely on the statistics here. If I know my way of managing risk against those consistent statistics, I'll be fine. So I did backtest back to 2024, but that gave me the confidence to start executing this live. Also, P12 mid hit, guys. Again, that 94% probability, I believe it was. Again, how did we know we were going there? We didn't. But like I said right here in the beginning of this morning, that is going to be a higher probable. And Asian OU, same thing. We're still expecting this to be taken today. So if you did everything like we were saying earlier this morning, you probably would not have done 9, but maybe 7 contracts. You wanted to have your stop right here. I would have probably done 7. Again, I had a slightly better entry, stop at the 75%. But let's say you did everything almost perfectly to the T. This is what it would have looked like, right? Sell limit at the partial TP for potentially 4 or 5, depending on what you like. With 7 contracts, it would probably be 5. Because you do want to make sure you lock in the bigger portion of the move at your high probable statistical TP. Okay, boom. And it's going to be 1 contract off at the transfer. And then either or, right? Final target, P12 mid or the MFE. Let's say you did the MFE. Boom. So, right, that would have been 278 for the day using 7 contracts and going stupid low on the risk. What I did today, 9 contracts. I had a slightly better entry around here. Stop loss at 75%-ish. My entry was not here. It was probably a tick above. But just simulating. 6 contracts off. And you'll see this makes a lot more money pretty quickly because you have more contracts to play with the runner. And then final target would be that high probable MFE. And look at the difference that makes. 442. There you go. Yeah. 7 at the break of the 05, all of the average MFE. Nice. Dale did a crazy hold. Oh, wait, did you do 4 a.m. 05 break, or? Did you do it here? I'm an 18-year-old hustling. No, we don't need any thumbnails, dude. I'll keep hustling, that's for sure. Done in seconds. Yeah, dude, that was a quick one. Well, you did M and Q, didn't you? Like, I'm on ES, so on NQ, that'd be a different story. Nice, yeah. Yeah, random sneeze candle. Again, you have those. If you're in a live trade session with Kawa, you're going to see some sneeze candles most likely. 419 candles when you entered, dude. You predicted the sneeze. Again, there's a little bit of a delay on the streams, so stuff, you'll probably see stuff happening before I go talk about it on the YouTube. Yeah, great day, guys. If you're a pack member, make sure to post your shit in pack lockout. Oh wait, you guys did already, I think. I'm getting some pings here. Only Twist and Dale. Come on. Get those pings in. Get them in. Kawa, I'm going to have to see you pass an eval. Higher chance of true than false? Yes. If this quarter stays the high, we get 100% apex. This Q3. I can't see because I have a studio restream. Oh wait, I can hide it. Hang on. There we go. Oh, that's Q2. Oh wait, hang on. 3 a.m. Q. Ooh. Equilibrium. You are onto something. Yes. Let me pull the thing up. Let me pull the 3-hour line apex. Dashboards. Hang on. All right. Let me see. We are in London here. Turn that off. All right. Let's see. H1, we did a extreme in Q1. Our 2 is currently. Ooh. Q2 extreme, yes. Yep, high probable apex. But again, I'm done. Like I said, it's not about catching as many trades as possible, guys. This is something I had to learn the hard way. And it might be a little hard because you could say to yourself, if the day is this clear, why don't I just keep trading and make more and more? But eventually, when you think the day is clear and it turns out not to be, you're going to get absolutely humbled. For me, my type of trading is not to paint scenarios here and there. Again, that's what most people in the daily profiler do, right? You get thought ways to statistically spot for those apexes, those reversals, those continuations, those high probable targets. For me, it's just even more, just like Austin, really. Austin kind of does the same exact thing, just slightly different risk management, slightly different way of going for extensions. But we're both trading a breakout, right? It's quite literally that simple. We're both trading a statistical based breakout. The market humbles you faster than you can think. Yes, totally, Kawa. Dude, I'm excited to see how or Magic Hour goes along. Could be another great freaking all-around stream. Last Monday we had a super nice stream. For those who haven't seen it, go watch it back. I'm pretty sure you would have seen green P&Ls all throughout the day. It was an amazing day. Around the clock market making live on YouTube. It humbled me Friday, gave back most of the week. Friday was a crazy day, Dale. I was watching it on the couch with my mom. I was not trading right at the 9:30. I told myself after the hard battle on the morning in the London session, screw this, I'm not participating today. And it was a good decision because Friday was crazy. Does anyone know? Oh wait, Austin, I think set out because range was likely. Yeah, if you did classic 9:30 trades, you would have been chopped up. You would have been long, stop, another long, another stop, I think. Yes. Then you would have taken a short, that would have been a stop, and then there would have finally been a partial TP before coming back down again. But for London, kind of the same thing. It was we took a pretty big loss early on, and then we just couldn't get the follow through. We constantly got super small runners being hit, but then price came back to take you out, and as you can see, that range was quite big compared to our runners or our partials. Sorry. So you were only getting super small base hits. Like, I'm saying super small because they were super small. And then this right here finally made all the profits back. You guys want to see what that looks like? Because again, I have no problem sharing my trading because I'm not afraid to share it. I know I'm a profitable trader long term. I don't have to be profitable over every day or week. There you go. This was what that day looked like. This is the current day we have on the screen, last Friday. Right? That stop loss in the beginning, then a small partial, but then you see we came back to stop loss, which lost me a bit of the partial. Then we had this partial here. Does that seem right? Let's see. This was, yeah, 10:49. A little bit of the partial. We got stopped out. And then right here, we took another partial. And then you can see the runner just made it all back. I'm just trying to see because this is 10:46. That hit TP at 450. Oh, that's this spike that you're seeing here. But what I don't get is price then came back to my stop. So how is this not going down? Are you guys understanding what I'm trying to say here? Does anyone get my point? Yeah, and I missed one winner here as well. So my day would have been even greener if it wasn't for Top Step missing me out on this long here. Basically, Top Step hugged my order like 3 times, but never filled. Wait, I want to check this out because this should have moved down a little like this, and then up, I think, the P&L. Because at this, just like here, right, on the partial, you make your profits back, but then you get stopped out. But it's dragging this all the way to 1040. No, I don't get this. This is a weird daily P&L, I will say. This is a weird daily P&L. Something is not adding up. Let me check my orders for that day. All right, so we took a loss early on. Yes, then I took a partial long. And then that partial got stopped out. Then I took another partial, and then that partial got stopped out. And then we had the runner. So there should be... Oh, wait, hang on. I think it's just pulling an average. So in this period of time here, my little partial did not make enough profits. Then I added to my draw. Is that what's up? No, it should have made some extra profit. No, I have no idea. I don't know how they calculate this, but that's not adding up. If I were to draw an equity curve based on my trade journal, on my trade history, I would have, let's say, like, this midline here is my open, my starting price at 0 for the day. I hit stop loss. Then I made back $75 and 131. So I would be about $200 made back. Then I took another loss worth 130, which would bring me down to about here. Then I took a $25 win and a 125, netting me slightly more in profit. Then I took another loss. And then my runner kept on going, and I would have ended the day like so. So this is what the P&L should look like. But instead, it looks like this. Oh, just did a random double click. Instead, it looks like this. Which is not even close to being the same. Well, I don't know. This is what it should look like. I don't know what Top Step is doing. All right. Well, whatever. Whatever. Yep, just chopping up right at the P12 mid. Great day though, man. Oh, misclick. All right, let's see. Where are we in terms of volume? We're doing a potential stair step once more. We're currently making volume. Rejection was right on the point of control for the 3 hour, as you can see. Again, people like to say, no, volume doesn't work. It's quite literally showing you where most traders and buyers are. Yeah, nice. And again, look at what I was saying, right? Like I said, I was collecting data for this stuff. If we go put these back on one last time, 3-hour intervals. What was I saying? This setup, again, I'm going to share this stuff later. I still am collecting data and I want to make a little sheet for it so people get to see what the statistics are. But this combination has a high likelihood of a reversal. And I know there's a decently high probability that when this combination happens, we're going to see price come back to the first session's point of control and value area low. Look where we are. We're currently right in between that session's value area low and point of control. Nice seeing it play out live in front of us here. And again, if you are looking at this from a volume-based perspective, we're in the middle of a high volume area. So now, are you going to see price break above and do a stair step, confirming that we're still very bullish? Or are we going to see a sign of weakness and potentially suck back to the point of control? Does it matter for me? No. Again, I'm out of my trade. Just sharing you guys a volume-based perspective combined with statistics here. Locked up and pretty happy. Pretty happy. You should be very happy, Kawa. You have a great start to your week. You have a one and done type of day. Those are the best. London done 469 for a day. Nice. Let's see. We got Max. Good start in London. Risk managed. Beautiful. Nicely up on the account as well. Look at you guys go. Beautiful. This was one of my main goals. As you guys know, I've been a pretty volume heavy based trader for a while. I still am. Right? Volume for me is a way I can view at a market pretty easily. It gives me clarity having volume profiles on my chart. But I also notice, right, that is for me. And if I'm here sharing and teaching people, I need something a little bit more easy to follow along and consistent. Hence why we trade like this now. And it makes me very, very, very happy to see the main purpose and main goal playing out. And that is seeing you guys follow along perfectly and getting to catch the same trade. So beautifully done, guys. Makes me very happy seeing this. Trust me. Yep. I think we're just gonna give it an end here. Really. Said what I had to say. We did what we had to do. We absolutely killed the morning once again. And dude, let's just keep this momentum going. It's going to end at some point. Just warning you guys, right? Last few weeks have been insane, and we're getting every runner we want. But there's going to be a period where we're not going to have that follow through, and we're going to have to go on defense mode because that's trading for you. It's a market. The market's going to flip on you. It's only a matter of time. So hoping we get to enjoy this follow through during the mornings for a little longer. But also hoping to showcase the freaking other side of trading. If that happens on stream, show you guys risk management. Because I'm going to keep it real with you guys, right? Not every day, not every week, not every month is going to be as clean as the last few weeks we've seen. So yeah, dude, no more talking from me. let's all take a break, enjoy a coffee, enjoy some food maybe. And yeah, if you want to see more, make sure you hop into the Magic Hour, which is going live in a moment, with Karl, Drez, Eldianas, and we'll see each other there. Good trading, guys. For the free people, again, I'll be live Monday, same time. If you want to see me every day, feel free to hit me up on Discord or on my X. And I'll see each one of you soon. Have a good one, guys. Enjoy your day.
Did you find value from Bowie? You can follow him on X here. Join the Pack Trade Group Discord to see him trade live Tuesday through Friday for more London sessions.